So you guys were I'm hearing a lot of you guys wanted the theme song shortened, so here we go. This girl reviews movies, games, and books. Sometimes she plays them. So does that, and when she does it with the cat, does that make her crazy? Does that make her crazy? Probably. So, it's shorter. There you go. CrazyCatLady or Martha Butler does not own any trailers or pictures. I use them under fair educational for and entertainment purpose. It's like it's all they did. Well, those years ago. See? No, I don't want to do any more of it. Alright guys, so we talk about Vampire Diaries. We got some Looney Tunes news. Last week, said there's a rumor going around that Looney Tunes might be getting sold off. Don't want that to be true, just as much as you don't want it to be true. Remember, these are rumors, but the fact that they're doing this to a building of Looney Tunes is not fun. It's not cool. I just don't like it. Go and see that movie, Day the Earth Blew Up, before it gets taken out of theaters, to prove to David Zaslav there's people out there who care about the Looney Tunes. Okay, because this guy thinks that they're not worth it. We gotta prove to this guy that they're worth it. Because he keeps on, first he takes the Looney Tunes off, takes the classic Looney Tunes shorts off of Max, then he does this. He's going to turn it, so I'm going to read this to you guys and see what this is, and see how important it is to, not just to Looney Tunes history, but to all of Warner Brothers building, all of animation history, because besides Mickey Mouse and old things that came with Looney Tunes is one of the oldest cartoon characters out there, okay? Only ones that are older than them is Mickey and Oswald. Like the rest of like Donald and Goofy are pretty close to the same age as them, okay? Because they are made, like Bugs Bunny is made in the 30s, Donald's made in the 30s, and so is Goofy. So these guys are important to animation, okay? Animation would not be, probably be not what it is today with the Looney Tunes. So this building is important. So let's read what it says. Professor Clever's Looney Tunes building sites to stop demolition. Not cool, Doc. Update signs protects the pop-up outside a single-story Looney Tunes building, scheduling a rare Mayway based on camping space. Four signs posted this week on the building 131 to locate the far corner a lot of the Forest Lot Drive. The sign reads, building have feeling to save 131. History matters a ton, and everyone watches Looney Tunes. Art signs. Bugs Bunny says, not cool, Doc. And the deadline reports you this week and demands, and this is what the works with times to create space for Warner Brothers for HBO's shows. They're shooting on the Burbank, California lot. So they're doing this to make some more some more HBO stuff. Some readers have corrected point out this isn't ordinary home of Warner Brothers Animation. The building nicknamed Terrorized Terrace this is lot on Studios Melbank in Los Angeles. Now the Sunset Studios infection of nickname epic nickname, the floorboard and tore down in the 40s. Terrorized buildings is comprised to shorts, demands animation staff lots of in the 50s. Reading the building of Deadline, John Orlock said, "I had the pleasure of walking through the building with a dear friend, Bruce Rowers and Leonard Ammons in 1995. A stroke corner has been Leon Scappert." Oh yeah, that's the guy who always produced a lot of the old Looney Tunes cartoons because I mentioned now when I talk about Looney Tunes to you guys, his name does come up a lot. Warner Brothers since 1935 began to tell Lent and I this was Chuck Jones' office. They're gonna get rid of Chuck Jones' office, and this is where Vince Farr worked, which was the one that worked with Walt Disney, and then helped make Looney Tunes, and on and on. The young people are sitting in front of them, have no idea what magic has been created these rooms, and are did in time. The corner is very sad that they are destroying 20th century's history. And this is very history, and being a lot of Warner Brothers lot, and rare stories only building where the Looney Tunes once were housed. The Deadline understands the building has been torn down and created more base to the space, and Warner Brothers shows, HBO shows, are shooting on the blocks. California lot, in which lot of corners of Ford Drive might be replaced. Obvious demands have been worked some time, and staffed from other shows. The escort from the drive and tear down obvious begin early next week. So they're going to get rid of it next week. Spokesperson's comments, Looney Tunes made an unexpected return. Cultures of Zapsters receipt after receiving animation shorts ran down during the golden age of animation from 1930 through 1969. Has been by Warner Brothers Discovery, owned by Max. Since the streaming, private families, adult families, and kids such as Looney Tunes, Sesame Street are no longer viewed as privilege. All the rights spin-offs Looney Tunes remain to service, including 6 seasons of 2020 seasons of Looney Tunes, 2 seasons of 2015 new Looney Tunes. Third parties of 1 season are now available. Season 2 of Baby Looney Tunes 2002, 2001, 4 episode skits of Looney Tunes that present Scoop of Daffy Thanksgiving Road Tip, 2 seasons of Tiny Toons, Lunar University, and Lunar University Spring Break, and Not, for 5 seasons of 1995, Sylvester's Tweets Mysteries, 2 seasons, and 2025 Bugs Bunny Builders. And that's it. Not cool. Not cool at all. How dare they do this to the Looney Tunes, I would have to say. So, I just want to talk about that. I'm not happy. This David Zaslav guy just keeps on making me more and more mad at him. Because the fact how he's treating animation, ever since he started being the CEO to this, we can't really stop him because he's the boss. He's the one who owns this stuff. So, only way for him to get lost if he sells it to somebody else, sells Warner Brothers to somebody else. But looks like he's not doing that. Looks like he is trying to get only focus on adult stuff, and since he doesn't think Looney Tunes is adult stuff, because really, if you compare it to a lot of this older stuff, Looney Tunes, to all this newer stuff, and watch how old and how the characters talk back then, especially on the ones that are not well thought of now, you would not think those are not for kids. So yeah, but this guy thinks they're only for kids. So stupid David Zaslav. Anyway, so I just finished watching season 1 of Vampire Diaries, and I I was reminded why I liked it when I wasn't back when it was on. Came out recently. I didn't finish it, but I do remember watching season 1, and so we meet Elena, who has recently just lost her mom and dad, and she ends up meeting a guy, Stefan Salvador, who is a vampire, and his brother Damon comes to town, thinking that he's going to be there to save Catherine, who's actually Elena's ancestor. And there's also a witch named Bonnie, who helps unleash like 27 vampires out of the tomb of a church. But Damon turned Vicky into a vampire, which is one of who Jeremy likes, which is Elena's little brother. And she only stays a vampire for 1 day, because in the show, if you have vampire blood in your system and you die, then you drink human blood, then you become a vampire. That's how it works. And also you have to be invited into people's houses, but they have to be owned by the person who has to be somebody who actually lives there. Can't be just a random person who is at the house. It has to be somebody who actually lives there. And we have Matt, who is Vicky's brother, and so everybody thinks that Vicky is dead. Jeremy is compelled to think that she left. Then we have one of Stefan's friends comes to town, and she gets taken blame for all the people that Damon's killed, so he can continue on doing what he wants to do and help get the tomb people out of there. And then we meet Anna, who ends up falling in love with Jeremy, and eventually at the end of the last episode, Jeremy tries to overdose on pills after he drinks her blood, so we don't know if he's going to turn into a human. We found out that Elena is adopted, and her actual mom was a vampire, and her dad, John Gilbert, who she thought was her uncle in the whole entire life, came to town so he could kill all the tomb vampires, because they were going to kill the founding fathers of the town. And we found out the mayor and Tyler might be something, but not vampires, but something else. We don't know yet. I know yet, but I don't want to say yet what they are. And Anna gets killed along with a lot of the tomb vampires, and so did her mom. And Catherine gets invited in by Elena's aunt, because she thought she was Elena, but she just pretended by kissing Damon and told to get in there. And she's killing John, Elena's real father, by cutting off the ring that allows him to live. And there's also a history teacher named Rick Saltzman, who was married to Elena's real mom, Isabel. He has the same ring that John has. And Caroline is knocked out. She had to have surgery, and I think I got everything that happened, and the best I can in this. So I forgot to mention on our thing that both Stefan and Damon were both around during the Civil War. Damon did serve a little bit for the Confederates. Stefan didn't, though. When they thought Catherine was going to burn Damon, and Stefan were transitioned to become a vampire. Both of them wanted to die, but then he goes and sees his dad to say goodbye, and his dad was going to try to kill him again, because he thought they were both dead. But nope, he didn't know that they had Catherine's blood in their system, so they got to be transitioned to being a vampire, the two of them. And when he tried to kill Stefan, he accidentally hurt himself, and he is drinking his dad's blood, and he brings a younger girl for Damon to drink. And Damon drinks, but he says, "I'm going to make the rest of your vampire life hell." And so It's Stefan's fault that both Damon and Stefan are vampires. And we learned that when he was, after he drinks blood, human blood, Elena's blood, and gets hooked on human blood for a while, and gets back to being hooked on animal blood, and finds out the truth, but he was acting, trying to, like, stealing blood from the human bank because he has an addiction. He does not know how to control it, so it's better for him to be drink human blood since he's never learned how to control his thirst for human blood. So yeah, I just wanted to add that to it. And I don't ever they're in the South, so it's gonna make sense for them to have them wear all these Confederate stuff. It would be weird if they wore Yankees costume, Yankees ones. And I know the difference because Confederates wore gray uniforms while Yankees wore blue, so I'm able to tell them. I know how to tell them apart. But to me, it makes sense. And I know they don't really mention the word slavery in this, but we really don't see Elena. We really don't see Stefan and Damon have slaves. I mean, we see Catherine does with Emily, Bonnie's ancestor. But I don't really find it weird, but I know they don't really bring it up. But that does can bug people, which I can understand why that would bug people. That's kind of bugged me, but this show's not meant to be telling history. I did like the part where Damon did, and Stefan did, like, tell that the history before Rick came along, like, outsmarting him at every when something happened, and he ended up telling him to say the wrong year when he actually being something else because he lived through it. So yeah, but I just wanted to add that to this season. So I'm probably gonna give this season like an 8 out of 10. So I'll see you guys later. Like, favorite, and subscribing. For now, that show's on there at least. We'll see what happens next with the Looney Tunes. And I'll tell you what happens next with Vampire Diaries. So, like, favorite, subscribe, guys, and bye-bye.